So here, yeah, I like it. Nobody comments. I don't know if the views are real. The shorts, which I was so excited that I'm getting 1,000 views now. I heard they're fake. It all comes together to account why I'm here working out, in spite that on the 12th I quit. I'm freaking sharp, bro. Yeah. What's happening? My name is Albert. Welcome to another workout with this soon-to-be 61-year-old in 2 weeks' time now. Bro, I announced my age for a damn good reason, but I'm gonna put that aside to get directly to this, bro. You see this here? This is creation day, bro. This is a day where I'm gonna freaking try what's on my mind with this new freaking creation here. Thanks to Coach Blue, I followed him and I got creative with him and I ended up doing this. And so I am gonna freaking get straight to this exercise here. And then when I take a break, I'm gonna reflect upon the 9 years working out, bro. I'm gonna break it down here. I'm also gonna talk about how on the 12th, 3 days ago, I quit. I freaking quit YouTube, bro. It sucks for me, bro. I have a dead channel, no one comments, bro, but I'm gonna get into the details of all that stuff because it's like this is like a freaking rant celebration. Because in one end, look at me, bro. On the other end, bro, look at me, 1,000 videos, bro. And it's like my channel is freaking ghosted or dead or non-existent. I have no idea. And so what I'm gonna do, bro, I'm gonna freaking do this freaking exercise that I learned from this military guy. So let's get to it. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go nice and slow and see what I'm facing here. Let's see, bro. Okay, the chains are here. Let's see how this feels. And okay, let's do it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get a good stretch now. Yes. Oh, yep. Okay, I got it. Now I'm gonna swing the chains more. Got it. Wow, freaking serious. Wow, freaking cool, bro. Full body. How's it look, bro? I can't tell, bro. It's dark for me, bro, and so it felt okay, bro. It felt like I could go heavier. I didn't know that I could go heavier, and so that's the blessing, bro. I could go heavier. So how did it feel? It's freaking heavy on the forearms, heavy on the deltoids, because once I lay back, I get a stretch. The core can handle lifting the chains. But when I'm making the chains swing, it creates a deltoid activation along with inner here. Whatever this is here is being activated. The good thing about this is that the second half of the answers come tomorrow when I watch this video, because that's my homework. I watch to see like, add this, add that. I get all these ideas. And then I'm able to enhance workouts and specialize them like I'm doing now. And so now, this here is gonna be a real good cardio workout. I'm gonna have no problems flying out the right here. You see, because this here, the control here and the control here. So that's all being worked. The core is being worked. The problem is that my core is so strong, it can keep going, and what gives up is other things. Yo, bro, and so see, this is the thing. I'm talking, but tomorrow's reality, when I watch the video, is gonna say a whole bunch of different things that I'm unable to see, because the way a workout feels and the way I can reflect by watching myself are two different things. I learned so much watching myself, man. And so now, what I want to do while I freaking take a little break, I want to talk about how I wanted to quit this channel so I can hear my own words. That on the 12th, 3 days ago, I hung it up, but for real, like, I just hung it up. And it was just that type of a thing where I didn't need to think, I didn't need to elaborate, I didn't need to say, you know what, maybe you should quit. I just quit. But here I am working out, bro, which shows that I didn't quit, which means that quitting is an impossibility, because my blueprint now, this here, automatically works out. It automatically works out, so it does not need any influence from the mind, like, you should quit. Can you imagine someone telling me, bro, you should quit, you're 60? It won't work, so it won't go nowhere. And so what I did didn't go nowhere, bro. And so I'm like tickled now, because my spiritual quest implies that there's no such thing as quitting anything. And I go through it all the time, and so I know that there's no such thing as quitting. But the quitting that I did was just a whole hanging up of nobody comments. I don't know if the views are real. The shorts, which I was so excited that I'm getting 1,000 views now, I heard they're fake. I get maybe 2 or 3 likes, 4 likes, with no one commenting. I feel like this is just maybe bots on behalf of YouTube, just feeding it while I'm really ghosted. And so I said, okay, the inner me was saying, you got 9 years under your belt. You did 7 years freaking working out with so many various fitness influencers. You're working out here now over 2 years. You've learned enough. You did enough. You're over 60 now, so hang it up. It was kind of that voice that freaking hit me, but here I am working out. And so this shows that the voice is the voice, you know. But the reality is speaks another language. This here speaks another language, bro. If I don't make any sense, that's freaking good, bro. And so I'm going to do another freaking round and feel it out and see what else I could maybe implement so that I could freaking really crush it. Maybe I'll get creative and add some extra moves. And so now, when my next break comes, I'll talk about how there's no beginning and how there's no end to anything, which corresponds to the whole thing of quitting. They all connect, which there's no beginning and there's no end comes from my spiritual quest also to remove those freaking cultural concepts. And so let's get to the next round. All right, here we go, bro. Let's see what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, I'm gonna freaking give it another shot. I'm gonna swing the chain some more, bro. Let's do this now. Come on now. Yeah. Yes, I like it. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna swing those chains hard, bro. Yeah. Swing it. Swing it. Swing it, okay? Not bad, bro. Not bad, bro. It's freaking really cool, bro. And so it's all freaking deltoids, which is really good because I'm killing the deltoid this month. And heavy on the forearms. And so legs are getting worked, but legs can handle it. Core is super strong, so it can handle it. And so now, while I take a little breather, bro, let me talk about this freaking no beginning and no end, bro, because the removal of that concept, because the beginning and the end comes from the cultural concepts. Oh, everything has an end. Oh, at the end of life. Oh, you know, there's an end to everything. And even though it's true, because we see it and relationships end, but it's not that it really ends. It's that's the path that a life assumes or takes, where like we're not getting along, and so we have to freaking go in the path that I belong and where she belongs, right? And so it's almost like a current. That life is more like a current. It's more like a flow. And the current crashes into things, and it crashes and changes, and it goes high and it goes low. It has its ups and downs without me wanting to say that. And so with no beginning and with no end, what that does is that there's no struggle to work out. Because my mind is not trying to end something like when the workout ends. Right here, I'm not counting. I don't know how much I did, because I allow my body to assume its own capability. And within me experimenting, I get to see, okay, well, now it's time to stop. I can feel that I'm going to fall off balance. And so that's my cue. But it's not accounting at all. I don't count here at all. I think that's a cheat, because for me, if I count at that number that I want to go to, I seem to die out right before that number all the time. 9, 19. But if I don't count, I'm 40, 55, 66, whatever, odd numbers, it don't freaking matter. And so no beginning, no end, no quitting. So when I'm not doing anything anymore, then it's just a natural course. Like, we're not supposed to freaking poison ourselves with drinks and smoke and stuff like that. So if there's anyone that stops it, you just took your natural course, because it's been sold. The marketing system, cultural, I grew up the drinking and holidays and New Year's and Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and on Valentine's Day you go out and you drink wine. And so it's been sold to us like that. But this body doesn't want any of that stuff that was sold to me. Naturally, it doesn't want any of it. And so that's what I mean. Like, and so now, with that type of an understanding, this system here does not need a beginning and an end to anything. And it helps me so much, because I just heard someone talking about the struggle of working out, the struggle of going to work, the not wanting to be there. And that's all because there's an ending and there's a beginning. And so when you get to work, what do you want? The day to end so you could go home. When you work out, you want to hurry up and finish it. And so it's trouble to face it. And so you struggle with, I don't struggle, thanks to children. Because I study children, I noticed that children under the age 7, you won't find a child saying, oh, I'm tired, that's enough, I think it's time to go home, where's my trainer, let me ask my trainer. You won't find it, bro. And that's because they're not calculated, they don't have the value system, they're not contaminated with all that garbage. And so they're running and jumping naturally. If you watch them very carefully like I have, you'll see them run, jump. And they're not freaking measuring anything like we do. We go, oh, yeah, how long did I run? 20 minutes, okay, I did my cardio. And it's freaking calculated. We're calculated beings. And so without a beginning, without an end, there's no calculations there. Without counting, there's no calculations there. We're just doing the exercise until my body gives up. There's no calculating. Therefore, I'm working out organically. That's what it is. And so now, round 3. Okay, baby, let's do this. Let me see over here. Let's see if I can get this over here like this and get on the angle here. Let's see, bro. I'm going to turn it inward now. Aha. I'm going to turn it inward so freaking rock the freaking biceps. Let's turn this bad boy in, and let's see what happens, okay? And so, here, yeah, I like it. Yeah, freaking bicep stimulus too, bro. Turn it around. Little stumble over there, bro. That was freaking cool, bro. So I got the hang of it, bro. And so now, you get the biceps involved, same principle, and then turn it over. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk a little bit more about this thing about quitting us. It's on my mind to share a little bit more in depth about this thing where it wasn't premeditated. Like, it was Saturday, my friends left. I said, well, since they're leaving, I'm gonna work out more. And then Sunday came, I went and had ice cream and fried foods. And I said, fuck it, I'm not gonna waste my time in post. But here's the catch, there's no such thing as a waste of time. Along my spiritual quest, there's no such thing, because to say that something is a waste of time is already a waste for me to do that, because it's just something that I'm saying about. But it doesn't change the reality that if I went somewhere and I didn't like it, and I say, oh, this is such a waste of time, those are just words against the reality that I'm there and I went through it. I took a freaking long drive for an hour, and oh, what a waste of time. It's just an expression. But it does not freaking constitute anything other, because I drove out an hour still. And so to say it's a waste of time is again me cheating myself spiritually. Because with nothing being a waste of time, then I'm not going to complain. Oh, what a waste of time. If I knew better, if I knew, let me tell you about the word if. The word if is imaginary. It's artificial. If I would have knew, it's impossible. I would have, if there's no way to know prior. Or if I were you, that's impossible. And so if you were me, and if I were you, and if I were a girl, that's impossible. If I were older or younger or there or not there or whatever, it's if. It's imaginary, and it's just verbal spew. And so all of this that I'm saying, it all comes together to account why I'm here working out, in spite that on the 12th I quit. And I really went and had ice cream. I have the freaking weight gain to show it. I gained a lot of weight because this has been an accumulation of just a funk. Maybe a good needed funk, because I think that's necessary too. When you're just freaking driving and you're just doing your shit, it's good to freaking steer away and like really get lost in another world where you don't do, like I don't do what I did these last 3 days, bro. I'm hungover from the garbage I ate, bro. Buffalo wings, I never have that, bro, with the sauce, extra sauce, high fattening stuff, bro. And so I really said goodbye, and I'm shocked that I'm here right now. And so now I'm celebrating 9 years training tomorrow, which means that my blueprint has already been written to work out automatically, is what I'm trying to say. So this means that I could spew quit, I could spew beginning end, but there's none. In here, there's no quitting, there's no beginning, there's no end, there's no if, there's no none of that. So I don't freaking subscribe to none of it, bro. All right, man, so I'm feeling really, really good that I'm freaking back here. And it's amazing, though, because the 12th, 13th, 14th, and here's the 15th, so that's 3 days. I was going to quit the 12th. And so maybe it's been 4 or 5 days since my last workout. Not a lot, bro. But it felt like forever, bro. It felt like, oh my God, now I'm really gonna fall off. I'm really gonna freaking get out of shape. It really felt that way, because since I work out 4, 5, 6 times a week, 2 days is a long time. And my body misses it in a sense where it just feels like forever. And so that's really important for me to hear myself say, bro, that it's an impossibility for me to not move this system, bro. The system wants to move, and that's freaking the blessing of having this channel. And so on the other spectrum, I'm here. Let there be freaking 14 views, bro. Whatever, bro. All right, it's a freaking boring channel, bro, to see someone's life, to see someone age gracefully, to see someone exercise with different fitness influencers. Okay, it's boring that I completed the whole Sally up, Sally down push-up challenge, and I did so many ab challenges, and I present so many different exercises here, and Andrew Tate workouts that I did with him, and I freaking challenged myself and completed that, and with Diamond Art. All right, that's all boring. That I'm taking care of myself, that I'm not bringing drama, that I'm not saying the downfall of this person, and you're not gonna believe how terrible it got. And well, I don't even know those freaking stupid clickbait titles, bro. the satisfying downfall, bro. You people are freaking happy for people's downfall. Whatever, bro. And so I'm gonna get ready for set number 4. All right, I'm underarm over here. Get the freaking biceps working. Let's see if I can freaking just pump the biceps a little bit or freaking get them primed, bro. See if I can freaking just get a nice little freaking prime right here before I lay back. How about this? Watch this. Yep, and then lay back. Yeah. 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 Come on, man. Overarms now. Get those freaking deltoids working. I feel okay, this is a freaking really cool, smooth exercise that's a little bit more freaking challenging than it looks, bro. The chains rocking changes everything because now there's all kinds of weight distribution going like this, bro. And so there's extra freaking demands on all kinds of muscles, which I'll share tomorrow. And so now, all right, so I shared about how I wanted to quit. I shared how tickled I am that quitting is impossible because quitting is a verbal concept created by our culture to quit, then quit. I brought to the table that this has a lot to do with having no beginning and no end to anything. And so therefore, when I face an exercise like right now, I'm facing it as it is in real time, organically. I don't know when I'm gonna end, in other words, but my body's already telling me that it's getting close. And so because my body is fatiguing, it's gonna start falling apart. And that's my sign, just like was a sign for me to stop there. And so that may happen again, which will be the final sign for me to stop. The other thing, I think I said it already, my 9 years working out, the benefits is incredible, man. It's so incredible because when I was 52 years old, people told me I looked 65, 70, bro. My friends were telling me, you have no idea how much spunk you have, how vibrant you look in comparison. And it's like, it makes sense because with all that weight, I was dragging myself around. So I'm like, I'm probably all hunch. I'm not up because dragging yourself around can aid you, bro. And so this is gonna be probably my last set. All right, so here we go, baby. Come on now. Let's get some freaking bicep curls in here. Let's freaking rock and rattle these freaking guys. I'm feeling it. Oh yeah. Good stretch, man. Oh my God. I'm freaking sharp, bro. Yeah. That's it, bro. So that was it, bro. 5 sets, bro. I'm not counting the reps. I'm just counting the 5 sets that I'm making this video. So this here wraps up my freaking such an important video for me to make. I almost caught myself stuck trying to really convey because I have a hard time with words because I know that I'm not speaking here. It's my culture where I developed the English language. So I'm borrowing the words and I'm freaking just conveying stuff here because we need to talk. But at the level of my spiritual quest, I'm not really speaking. It's the voice of culture. The beginning and the end, you learn that. The value up and down, better or worse, you learn that. Good days and bad days. You learn that. You pick that up and you're repeating it. I stopped repeating it because I realized what I was doing. There's no good and no bad days, because since there's good and bad days, then why meddle with it? And so I just go out and just freaking live. And when I'm feeling that thing that you want to call, whatever word you want to call, the word is not there to associate anything with it. So whatever I'm feeling is the actual feeling without a word given to the feeling. So it's non-descriptive here. I do not want to describe anything anymore. And so this here wraps up a nice workout. I got stimulus, really cool. I'm gonna work out again tomorrow, most likely, bro. And so this wraps up a freaking great solo workout. Thanks again, Coach Blue, because your exercises led me to this. And so until the next one, I'm sweating, stimulated, good cardio. Until the next one, I am done.